When I download my footage, I'm getting two files. One file from the drone itself, the Neo, which is of a high quality, but it doesn't have the telematics on it. And then there's a lower quality video from the goggles, which does have the telematics on it. The trick is trying to then get the telematics off of the goggles and then overlay it onto, you know, the more decent footage, which is from the Neo, and that's where my editing kind of skills come in. So what I have to do is to get the lower resolution goggles telematics, crop it right down, and then save that as a file. And then what I have to do is then import it back in to the edit suite, and then I have to overlay that on the more clear footage of the Neo, if you understand. Anyway, so it'll be kind of down below. Let me know what you think of that. Some might like it, some won't, but it just gives you an idea, you know, of the speed of the drone, how far I am away from the home point, and all the other necessary stuff really, which I'm seeing when I'm wearing the goggles. Okay, so it gives you an idea. Anyway, so I'm going to set myself up in a moment. I'll probably take up the flip first, have a bit of a skim around. We have got some rain coming in later, so an early start today is great. So I can get my filming done, I can get home, and then I can absolutely chuck it down whilst I'm doing my editing and having a nice cup of tea. Right, so we've got the flip. We get recording straight away, and we're gonna take you up. As I'm gonna, it allows me to do that. Right, here you go then, guys. Right, so this is the flip. Gonna take you up. Okay, there we go. Right, here we go. Beautiful forest, Savanac forest. Have a bit of a fly around, shall we? Give you guys a bit of a tour around. So we're going to do some what I call forest surfing. So basically we're just going to dip down at the tree level pretty much. We're just going to zip through the trees just to give us a good idea of this place. Beautiful forest, wonderful place, really is. Yeah. Yeah. Nice to be part of something, I think, which is quite amazing. Sometimes it's just nice to get off the pathway and head on in to the forest, just to really go and see what's in there. Whew, it really is a wonderful place to be, you know. Nice and peaceful. Once again, being part of something which is amazing, I think, is something which, you know, I think we all need, especially these days where life just seems to be just a constant struggle. And getting out here, I think getting 20 minutes, as much as you can possibly get, is not doing you any harm at all. Lovely tree behind me here, by the way. This one here. Just gonna touch it and then just try and get some energy from it. These are living things, you know. Beautiful. It's lovely out there. Really nice. It's a lovely place to go and explore on foot and also with your drone. Anyway, that's some of the capabilities of the little DJI Neo. Great little drone, absolutely love it. As I keep saying, I cannot wait until the Neo 2 comes out. I think that's going to be an awesome machine. If it's anything to judge by what we've got in this little one here. I just hope they keep it roughly about the same size, a similar weight, but perhaps a little bit more fly time, a better camera, and perhaps a little bit more memory space as well. Oh yeah, and shooting 4K at 60 frames per second, that would be awesome. Right, we got 99% full battery, so we'll take it off. Neo. Right, let me get filming. So we just put it on normal mode just for now. Have a bit of a scoot around. So yeah, we're doing, I'll put the telematics down below. I might just kind of mess about with those actually. I'm just gonna have a nice cruise through the wood. Just see what's going on. I better put me, got my aerials up I think. Yeah, we're all good. Right, okay. Right, let's see what there is then, guys, shall we? Beautiful day today in Savanac Forest. It's a lovely place to be, it really is. Just to cruise around, just to really just see what there is in here. You wouldn't normally kind of go walking out in a place like this, would you? So it's really nice just to have a fly around to just see what there is, be nosy I suppose. Whoops, so that sun's going to play a bit of a devil, isn't it? It's supposed to be cloudy today. I do find it's much better when you fly in kind of overcast conditions. Alright, we're still just on normal mode. We're just going to cruise through this part of the wood just for now. Going to get a bit busy around here, isn't it? Okay. We're heading back in a homeward direction. There's a squirrel down there, I think. Somewhere. I thought I saw a squirrel. Probably ran up a tree, I expect. Anyway, so yeah, my last video, I kind of spoke about a few things, didn't I? Sort of touched on the whole kind of artificial intelligence kind of a thing, which is something which is, I think we're going to be facing. Well, we're facing it now, aren't we? Yeah, it's going to change. The world's going to change, I think, quite dramatically. I think at least in our lifetimes, the next 10, 15 years probably, I'd have thought, we'll see some massive changes. Yeah. Okay. Right, I can stop it, put it on sports mode, just flick it over on sports. So this goes at about 8 meters per second. So just going to whip through a little bit quicker. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I don't think there's a lot we can really do about changing the world, let's say. I think they need us to comply to their demands, and I think if we dig our heels in and say no to central bank digital currencies, and say no to digital IDs, and somehow try and kick back against artificial intelligence. No, because really, you know, mankind is really kind of, you know, he's making his own downfall in a sense, you know, by artificial intelligence. I mean, corporations and governments are going to love it, basically because with just glitching up slightly. With governments, they can use it as a form of control. With corporations, they can use it to get rid of some of the workforce, or most of it. You know, which is quite frightening, really. I've been doing some reading up on the Chinese model, what they're doing over there. They got, in some of the places, they're trialing some kind of a social credit system where they are basically a certain group of people don't work. They have like social credits. They get money basically from the government. And as long as they are compliant to the government's demands, they get like a full wage. As soon as you start kicking back against the government, or you do something a bit naughty, let's say, then they start taking your money away. That is a form of slavery, and I think it's something which we need to be aware of. And I do believe that the World Economic Forum is all in favour of this kind of a thing. Which is a bit concerning, isn't it? Right, we're just going to take it up and out. Down to 56% battery power. There's a chemtrail up there. Can you see that? It's a chemtrail. Anyway, okay. Right, we'll loop you back round. What a beautiful wood, eh? Lovely in here. Not too breezy today, thankfully. We'll do a bit of forest surfing with this, can't we? Just whip it around a little bit, just go through some of the trees. Just going overhead now. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, what a wonderful place to be. Bank you back round. Head in more of a homeward direction. Keep the signal nice and strong. That's really important, especially when you're doing this. One mistake and, you know, the drone could be a goner kind of thing. Right, let's have a little bit of a fly down here, shall we? Take it down to my level. Take it back in again. Work our way through the wood. tossing you around a bit, so I do apologise for that. I haven't seen anything yet. No wildlife. To be honest, I think this kind of speed is probably as fast as I'd like to go. Any quicker, then I think you're just kind of, you know, you're missing out on stuff. It's just things are going by too quickly. At least with this, doing this kind of a speed, you can see a bit. You can see a bit. I mean, let me know what you think about the telematics down below. I don't want it to be annoying or take anything away from the enjoyment of the video. It's just that some people have been saying, you know, could you possibly add them in just to see what the drone's kind of doing, and I just thought I'd do that. We're down to 35% battery, got a few more minutes fly time, so we're just gonna take a little fly over here, arc it back round, a little bit of a gap in the tree there. I'm just gonna take it round, I think. Take it up, bit more elevation, swing it back round, and we'll dive it down in a moment. I think if I can see a gap somewhere, I'll dive it down. That'll do, just down there maybe. Gotta be a bit careful, I don't really want to be leaving it up a tree 35 feet or something. That wouldn't be very good, would it? Right, we just go at this height for now. 26% battery power, so I'm going to, it's going to want to come home fairly soon, so I'm going to bring it back home before we have any dramas. I've had enough of those the past few videos. So I'm going to hook it back round. Oh dear, that was close, wasn't it? I'm looking for my home point actually, that was a problem there. I'm looking. Right, let's double click that, because otherwise it will want to go up in the air and get stuck in a tree or something. So we'll bring it back to a home point which is dead ahead. There we go. Brilliant. Wonderful. Good stuff. Enjoyed that. That's good. Right, so we've got flight number 2 going on then. Once again, DJI Neo. I'm going to start you off, hand launch you. There we go. I'll take it out a little bit. Right, we're going to get filming then. Okay, right. We're on normal mode. Different parts of the forest here, so I've gone a bit deeper into the forest. I'm just going to take it out, see what there is. So we've got some telematics down below, so you can kind of see what the drone's up to. Okay. Right, put it on sports mode then. Just flick it over. We're just going to cruise through. Make sure I got my antlers up. Yeah, we're all good. We're all good with that. I am starting to remember about that now. Right then, a maximum speed 7.98 meters per second. That's as much as you're going to get out of this thing. I have got another controller, but it's really difficult to to kind of control that one. I don't really like using it. I really do like the motion controller, if I was honest. We'll fly over here, shall we? Just going to take it back again. Nothing spotted this morning. Not yet anyway. Haven't seen anything. Mind you, I'm just looking straight ahead. I'm not looking left or right in my peripheral vision. You can't really do that, to be honest. It's so busy in here. One mistake and this thing's on the ground. Anyway, so I did touch on my last video about immigration. Yeah, we got a bit of a problem over here in the UK, has to be said. We've got a lot of illegal immigrants coming across from, well, everywhere really. Africa, you know, Syria, Afghanistan. You know, so I think some of them are coming for genuine gains, let's say. Some are not coming here for genuine reasons. That's where the problem kind of is, really. But you know, I think that the UK is a very compassionate kind of a nation, really, which is a great thing to have. Just that people take advantage of that. You know, so we should really, you know, be sort of commending ourselves in a sense that, you know, when we do see people in trouble, we are compassionate enough to recognise that and try and, you know, come to their aid, which I think is a great quality to have. Not everyone would agree with that, obviously. There's a bit of a gap there. Can I get below that tree, do you reckon? No, I don't think I could have done. Oh, I'm just going to go over it instead. Yeah, so I think that's a great quality to have. Being compassionate towards other people. But we can't afford it. You know, our national debt's going to sink us. The government debt's going to sink us. I think we're right on the precipice of a huge global financial meltdown, and that's not going to look pretty. That's going to be really detrimental, I think, to every person. And I do wonder whether it's all being done by design or not. Okay, right. I'll take you over here, I think, over towards the home point. What am I down to? 59% battery power. Okay, so we've got some power still. Wow, it is busy out here, isn't it? Gosh, wow. Okay. Yeah. There we go, guys. You know, England is a wonderful, it's a wonderful country. But I just think it's too wonderful. I did read a report, actually, a financial report a few months ago. And it was, I think it was from the Times. Our spending, no, our borrowing, because we have to borrow money every month, and I think it was something like about 18 billion pounds a month we're borrowing, and 10 billion of the 18 billion was actually went back on servicing the debts, the interest on the debt, on the loan. It's just ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. how on earth have we gotten ourselves in this position? You know, and when the government mess up, you know, they come to its people, you know, well, we have to tax you, you've got to bail us out, kind of a thing. You know, what was it the other day? Because I'm with Thames, living in Swindon, we come under Thames Water, and I was paying something like about £16 a month a few months ago, and now I'm paying £56 a month, all because of their mistakes. I have to pay, or you know, we have to pay for the mistakes of Thames Water, because they are so much in debt. The government bailed them out massively. They gave them massive fines, mind, but I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, just the state of the UK, it's just absolutely crazy. We've kind of gone backwards in a way. You know, no wonder I have to get out here and do this, you know, just to keep my bloody sanity, really. You know, this really does focus my mind when I'm flying little droney around here. It really does. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, it's good fun. It's a great pastime to have. You know, the problems we have in the world is nothing you and I can do about it. Nothing. All we can do is moan and whinge and jump up and down. And that's it, really. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. Anyway. There we go. Right, we're going to bring this thing back in a moment because the video's probably gone on for long enough. I hope the telematics down below aren't too distracting. But I just thought I'd add them in because some people have been saying there's any chance you can kind of add the telematics in so we can see what the drone's kind of doing. And it's more of an experiment, really, rather than a long-term thing. But let me know your thoughts on that. I would be interested. But I just thought I'd try and add something else to the video, really. Well. Okay. Right, 30% battery power. We're going to go for one last little fly around the block, and then I think we'll bring it back. And I think I've had my fix for the day then, guys. It's been fun. It's been very enjoyable. There we go, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Take my goggles off now. Right, good. No dramas. We're down to 12% battery power. I hope the telematics at the bottom there, down here somewhere, aren't too distracting. If they are, please let me know and I'll try and do something about it. I'm not sure what. Ooh. I'm not...
Aircraft landing automatically.
Right. I think we're still recording actually, so I'll just use the camera on the drone. Yeah, so the telematics down below just gives you an idea of what the drone's doing flight-wise. As I say, if it's a little bit too much, then I can always get rid of those, but I thought it would be good to add them in so that you guys can see how many satellites I've got, what speed I'm doing, what mode I'm in, battery power kind of over here somewhere, I suppose, or down there somewhere, and what else? Oh yeah, how far I'm away from the home point, which would be down there somewhere, I suppose. And there we go. Anyway guys, going to make the exit now, and yeah, it's been fun once again. Great way to see the forest in a different way, a great way to get your feel-good factor, mind, body and soul. Just a great way to put yourself, especially your mind, in a real good place.